Alright, so here is the Thrustmaster T150 for the PlayStation 3 and 4. And we're going to be using this Thrustmaster to play Virtua Racing on the Nintendo Switch using this Magic NS adapter here, which I got online, and it plugs in through USB, updated to the latest firmware in Switch mode, and make sure that the Thrustmaster is in fact in PlayStation 3 mode before you boot it up, not while it's turned on, and make sure the pedals are actually plugged in at the same time so that you don't have any problems, because it will happen. I had issues. Okay, so we're going to plug this into the Switch dock. That'll be read as a Pro controller, and I will be able to use this steering wheel with the Nintendo Switch using the Virtua Racing. We will have to remap some of the buttons in order for this to work. However, if you don't want to, you can use the default A button for acceleration and B, but then you just don't need the pedal set. You can't use the pedal set for that. However, I personally prefer to have the L and R be set to gas and brake anyways, so it doesn't really matter for me, whatever. So let's go ahead and set up the game so that we can actually play with this wheel. Okay, so I have all the USB plugged into the dock. I have the pedal set plugged into the wheel. The wheel is right here. If you can see, I don't know. It's all plugged in, and the only thing we need to do is set up the game. I already did, but I'm going to show you how. You have to go into the settings menu and go over to the controls, and I set you can go in and you can change these controls. I set the gas and brake to LR and whatever. Oh God, Jesus, ZL and ZR. And that's that. And I changed the shifting up and down to A and B. You can figure out something for that if you want, but that's how I have it. I also, one thing that's important, motion sensor doesn't matter. That honestly really hasn't worked well for me for anything. This works way better. But what you want to do, the one thing you do want to do is go and where it says steering mode, select arcade and not normal. There's normal arcade, select arcade. That will help you with the steering wheel. So then you have that, and that's really all you need to do. And then we can play some Virtua Racing by jumping out of the game and back into it. So now I'm going to select my course. I use the D-pad because steering seems to be a little funky, and use the pedal to select our location there. And I'm using what is X. Normally, in the case of this steering wheel, it's triangle to go into the steering or to the first person mode. Now you don't have analog pedals, so it doesn't matter how hard you press the pedals. So, but you can play, and I'm playing here. There's no force feedback, unfortunately. There's no kind of like rumble or anything. It's just as is. Hey, that was bad. Anyways, so you have that. But it works really well, just so long as you actually have a place to put your steering wheel. That's something I have an issue with right now. I have to have it on my lap and it just flips over and stuff. I have to figure out a way to clamp this thing down so that I can actually drive without it freaking sliding off my lap or something. But yeah, it works better than the motion controls. Not the best at this game. So here's the bridge. Everybody's annoyed about the color of the bridge. It's inaccurate. It's supposed to be red. I think the car is also supposed to be a little darker red or something. So, I don't know. It's fine to me. Definitely one of the best versions of this game that I've played. I think I like the PS2 version the best, though. It has like enhanced graphics, but not too enhanced, and oh Jesus. Anyways, it also has a lot more tracks and some cool features that this doesn't really have. I think it has a campaign or something like that. This is just the usual arcade version with some online play and HD graphics, some enhancements and fixes from the original arcade version of the game. But whatever. And it's portable. That one really makes me like this. So this is the only thing that makes me like it a little bit more than the PlayStation 2 version. Is that it's a really good version of the game that I can take with me. God, fuck. Okay. Whee. Yeah, the steering feels more one-to-one than the motion controls. The motion controls would actually, they were too sensitive and you can't change them. I wish you could actually lower the sensitivity on the motion controls, but not possible. Plus, they're not always the most accurate. They tend to lose, you have to, there's no way to really center them except for go to the, pause the game, and then center your controller. And then you have to, oh god. Yeah, I'm pressing all the wrong, pressing the brake, whatever. But it works. So now I'm just going to raise the volume. I'm going to play one more thing if my camera, hey, what was that? If my camera doesn't cut out or something. I'll play until my camera cuts out, fuck it. And I'll just shut up. Hey! I said shut up, but I didn't. Okay. Gonna change. Okay.